Hi and welcome to Cakes and Conversations, and today we're going to learn how to make a soccer ball or a football topper. I've received many requests on these, and that's why hence I thought I'll just show you how I've done it twice on my cakes. So this is the styrofoam ball I'm taking. The reason I take a styrofoam ball, first of all, if you use the whole thing as a gum paste or fondant, it's going to become very heavier. It may have, it may make a dent in your cake, or your chance. There's a high chance that your cake might collapse in case if you're sending it out for deliveries and stuff. So or if the distance is quite far. So I always suggest, and I've always done twice that I've used a styrofoam ball. These are easily available in any stationery shop or craft shops. Now the second thing is, a football or a soccer ball has black and whites, right? So the black ones are pentagons, the white ones are hexagons. Okay, they are not the same. You easily get this cutters in the cake supply stores, which has been called geometrical cutters, and these are very trendy nowadays. So I have a set of these. Of course, depending on the ball size, you will be using this, and I'll be attaching a template down below in the description. I usually use this because we are not going to make something which is going to be very huge ball. So these are the main three sizes that we usually go for any kind of cake, depending on 1 kg, 2 kgs, even 3 kgs. So the size of the styrofoam that I have, I'll be attaching this template. The size of the ball that I have fits easily this. Okay, if you see, it's covered my ball already. Here, if I keep, for example, you can still see the outline. Okay, and if I keep here, you can still see the outline. Like, it's not, I can still see the back image, which means this is big and this is big as well. Okay, so if I keep it here in the center, you can't see the image behind it, which means this is a perfect size of what I need. Okay, which means I need this size of the black and this size of the white. I'll just fold it into half for ease. Okay, so I need this size of black and this size of white. Fortunately, I have this size of white in this cutter. This cutter and this white is almost the same. Okay, so I'm going to cut this with, I'm going to cut the hexagons with this. This is going to be very easy for me. Otherwise, you have to hand cut them. There is no other way. If you have a cutter, it's well and good. This one is bigger, a little bigger, okay? Or I will see if I can take this one, because this one fits this size very perfectly. Not this one. So I think I will use that one only. And for the black, I'm going to hand cut it. The good thing about is that we don't need so much of black. We need only 12 pieces of black and 22 pieces of white. So I think this is going to really help me cutting out the whites, and only 12 pieces of black, so which is completely fine. Okay, let's go ahead. I'll just cut this out, since I need this as a guide for me to cut out this my patches. The thing I will do is I've mixed CNC in my white and black fondant. CNC allows you to just give a more stiffness to your fondant, so that when you cut, it's not going to stretch out. It will not touch your blade, or it will not stretch out along with the blade. It will not change or deform its shape. So CNC just helps you to get the fondant a little firm, or you can directly use a ready-made gum paste. You don't have fondant. If you don't want to use fondant, or you don't want to mix CNC, you can just go ahead and use gum paste. Okay, so let me just get that things ready, and then I'll show you how to do it next. So I've rolled out my white fondant, okay, and if you see, it's this thin. It's not very thick and it's not very thin as well. So we need a medium size, and I'm now cutting all my patches. So as I repeat, I've cut out this small one. So we need 12 of this, okay, 12, not 16, I'm sorry. 12 pieces of the black pentagon and 22 pieces for the white hexagon. Since it's 22, and I think I will be able to cut all of them, this is 10 and 10, I think 3 times mostly I'll finish it. Basically not even, it's 2.5 almost. So I'll just finish it with this. I'm making extra in case, so I'm making almost 24 pieces. Okay, so let me just cut this out, and then cut all the patches, and I'll show you how to assemble it. had planned to cut around 24 pieces, but they are exact 22. Okay, in case if I need more, I will just take a little ball and do it. Now I'm doing the black. As you saw that, you know, since I had a cutter, it was easy for me to finish the white ones. The black ones will definitely take a little more time because they are going to be cut through a template and not something which is with a cutter. If you have a cutter, well and good, but I don't really feel investing into a cutter is wise because you don't know the cakes that you get, the orders that you get, they're not the same sizes. Okay, so for example, if I say this template, okay, if I have to make this ball or this size ball or this size ball, for me, I cannot have 6 cutters with me at home. Okay, I have to definitely some or the other time in life have to use a template and do it. I cannot just keep investing in buying so many tools. That is one of the reason I really like to use a lot of templates in my work. Of course, they take little time. They are manual labor, but you don't really end up spending too much for it. I mean, okay, and same way we'll do with the black now. I'm going to cut patches and I'll keep, that's really good that I just need only 12 of them. Okay, I'll just do this quickly and then I'll show you how to assemble. So I've cut all the like 12 pieces from the black one. I also wanted to tell you at the same time that, you know, I don't throw my templates. Like, you know, I finished my work, I don't throw these. I usually collect them and then, you know, I just get it laminated and I keep it forever because there are cakes that sometimes you repeat them also. So I just hate, you know, I really hate wasting paper. I mean, we have to work around papers and printouts and stuff, but wherever you can save, you know, environment, why not? So I just, you know, collect these and I just, you know, for me, what I do is I will cut out each of them, okay, and then I'm going to laminate the whole sheet. I'm going to punch a hole here and I'm going to, you know, ring this like a keychain ring, that this 2 are for this ball, this 2 are for this ball, this 2 are for this ball. So whenever I have a cake similar for what I need for any of these 3 sizes, I know what I have to use and, you know, I don't have to take a printout multiple times. So, I mean, that's just a suggestion if you really want to. Since my pieces are now ready, I'm ready to, you know, assemble them on the styrofoam. You can use water to stick. I'm going to use shortening, vegetable shortening, because I feel that water does not stick on styrofoam if you use shortening, and I think shortening is better for me. It has always worked. So I'm going to take just a little of it. I'm going to spread on first the ball. I'm going to hold the ball in the half ball first, and then just spread it only on the top and the sides at the moment. I don't want the ball to be slipping from my hand if I cover the whole ball, okay? So just a gentle rub. You don't have to put so much, literally a gentle rub, okay? We'll start with the black patch. Kahin bhi, anywhere you put it, just anywhere. Okay, so here. Now assemble the white ones on the sides of this like a flower. If you see, it sticks very well. I don't need any water and I don't have to go again and put water, brush. It's just done. Shortening does the job, no need. Okay, don't worry about these gaps. If you see there are little gaps over here, don't worry about these gaps. Assemble in the flower shape, don't worry about them. We're just gonna do it later. When we finish the whole ball, we're going to spread that, okay? It should be like this. Continue. Now where the 2 whites are there should be 1 black here. You will assemble a black here. Okay, now this black also will have 5 sides of white. So this side, this side, this side. It already has 2. Now 3 more. And don't really worry about the spaces. We will do at the end. That's going to be the finishing part. Okay, now if you see, it's 2 flowers. Now I know that this is 3 whites, then definitely one black will come here. Okay, this black will also have 5 sides, 1 2 3, and here 2 more. But I don't have shortening this side, so we'll finish that later. We'll finish the other side first. See, the soccer shape is coming, or soccer ball is getting ready. Now I have to apply shortening on the other side, so I'll just gently, very gently I will flip, okay, and I apply shortening this side also. So if you see, I've already finished the ball everywhere. So not 20 whites. I still have 2 remaining. I made 22 of the white patches, only 20 white and 12 black, remember. Every ball will have the same number depending on the size, because you're going to anyway increase the size according to the ball size, right? So it's basically number of 12 blacks and 20 whites. Okay, now I finished the ball. If you see, there is huge spaces, just don't worry, we will spread out the white a little bit. Now you will take your rolling pin and try spreading out the white ones, little, not too much, not too much. Okay, so now you see the gaps have gone, and it's a perfect soccer ball. Okay, now wherever you feel that there's a dish deformity or the shape or anything, usually there won't be, but if you feel that or maybe a styrofoam is flatter on one side, because these comes in these kind of packets, so one ball pushes the other. Sometimes the base is a little flat and not a complete round. So for me, in this, I feel this is the one part that it looks like a dent, or probably I feel this looks as a very nice front, like this side. So I will definitely poke my stick here for the cake topper. Gently allow this to dry overnight, okay? Otherwise your fondant still spreads when you give pressure. Allow this to dry overnight, because your CMC and your fondant will get hard by overnight. Twist your twist this stick, the skewer, and insert this. So this is your topper. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and thank you so much for watching.